get get this party started. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for our partnership opportunity meeting here tonight. If you are watching us live on Facebook or you are watching the recording, thank you so much for joining Noah and myself. We're here to talk to you about an opportunity that has blessed both of our lives and the lives of so many others. And this may or may not be for you, but thank you for taking a look. And we are excited to share a little bit more and to answer any questions at the end of our presentation. So before we go any further, let me explain who I am. Who is this lady talking? My name is Sadie. I'm an Army veteran. I'm a registered nurse and nutritionist. My husband's still active duty Army. I'm a mom of two, and I had a 90-pound weight loss, 50 from this program. And I have become a health coach and a mental health advocate through all of this. So my story really starts a couple of years ago when I was crying on the floor in the kitchen because I was so frustrated with where I was at. And I knew that my best friend was ordering those little boxes. And I really hesitated and was really skeptical about being involved. But I made a phone call, one of the hardest phone calls, but it was so needed in my life because within a couple of days of putting this nutrition in my body, I was waking up with my alarm clock, dancing with the kids in the kitchen, and I started to feel hope again. So now I can use this vehicle to help other people do the same. No matter what your story is, no matter what your background is, there's something for everybody here. And the blessing keeps on continuing through the gift of sharing for others. So let me change it over here to my co-host for the night, and he can introduce himself.
My name is Noah Hodgson. I'm actually a former high school and college wrestler, retired personal trainer as well. Like Sadie, we're both from the health and wellness industry. I started this for weight loss. I have had challenges myself. I had surgery about 5 years ago, and about 4.5 years ago, I got on isogenics, saw the results, and I've lost a total of 65 pounds off isogenics myself. So and I gained some of it back through COVID and everything else, but it's just really about a lifestyle change and really making sure that you're with the right company and the right team. That's what it comes down to. And what I love doing is helping people and building and leverage their income, whether it be personal or financial.
Yes, that's so important. Take this one.
Okay. What if time and money were no issue? What would you be doing? Think a little bit outside the box. How would you feel? What would you be doing? Going on vacation with your family, taking a trip, buying a new car? What would $500 be just if money was no issue? Making that little bit of residual income. $500 to a lot of people is a car payment.
For real. Yeah. I mean, I think we take for granted, how much extra, like how much little extra can do for us. And so how many of you out there are working full time? I have a full-time job, I'm salary, and I have side gigs and all these other things going on. But think of this number right here, 86,400 hours spent at work. Who are the people that are in your office? Like, who are the people that you work around with? Like, is it an environment that you feel like you are happy around? I love my job. I love what I do here. And I am fulfilled and excited and happy, but a lot of people out there aren't. And sometimes building that extra income is not to replace your income or your job, but to give you more breathing room to be able to spend time doing those things that we just spoke about.
What if you could think different, thinking outside the box? Do you have a plan B for what you're already what you're not doing? What we have here is that different. We have a opportunity that's here that's so different than anything else I've ever seen.
Yeah, I think that it's definitely becoming more mainstream to be able to think about things like freedom. Freedom for each person is very different. Some people feel like it's time where they can do more and not feel like, they're under these restraints. For some people, it is being able to buy whatever food that they want. For some people, freedom is the ability to have your own opinions and things like that. A lot of us here are in the United States and we live in the land of the free, but really there's a lot of things that do hold us back. And so this is just a way to be able to expand your thought process on freedom and give you some other ideas of where you could go if you had the body that you've always dreamed of and that extra couple of dollars in your pocket.
I love this slide. This really talks about who we are and what we're all about. Is our earning disclosure? We have a legacy earning club, which is amazing. Our weight loss disclosure, safety, informational, and general product availability. It just really talks about our integrity of our company.
Yeah. And that's, you know, a value that I think most people have is that honesty and transparency. And you know what we do here in our team, we have a team called Team Unstoppable, and there's so many other great teams out there that we work alongside with. One of them is called Vision Cast, and they created this amazing slideshow. And we've focused on educating, helping people make that decision, and then supporting them through that. Everything you need here with this opportunity is at your fingertips. You can do this from your phone, from anywhere around the world, on the beach, anything like that. And so you don't have to have a brick and mortar store. You don't have to hold inventory or anything like that. So you are very well supported. And there's a lot of people just inches away that have been doing this for a decade or more. And so we're always one question away from being able to get the help we need.
Our vision is everybody deserves an experience, healthy, joyful, abundant life. That's really what we're all about. Is that everybody really deserves to be healthy and getting the best products that you can get in your body.
Yeah. I mean, so many people, you know, they wake up every day and they're like, oh, my back hurts, my feet ache, all these things. And some of it is preventable, some of it isn't, but you know, what are you doing with it that's within your control to help you feel better and have that joyful, you know, experience in this one body that we get. So we have several different solutions here, from weight management to biohacking. If you haven't heard about that yet, it's this new buzzword. Performance, if you're an athlete, natural beauty. And it's not always about, you know, the anti-aging in a way that's like, oh, I want to look 21 forever. But it's that feeling comfortable in your own skin and really having that aging gracefully feeling, and that you know, that you don't look in the mirror and you're like, I don't recognize who's on the other side there. And then of course, like we're talking about here today, is that wealth creation and really getting into that passive income. And what you do now is going to affect you 10, 15, 20 years down the road.
What does no compromise mean to you? What with Isogenics, it comes down to our products, backed by science and nature, responsible sourcing, ungrass. Our whey is fed from cows, no antibiotics, and made natural ingredients, gluten-free, rigorous testing, and that's really important to me. When I looked at a company, I was like, this is a company that really stands by their products, and what they say is what they're going to do.
Yeah, you never have to worry about there being anything that's in there that you didn't expect, right? Like, oh, a red dye number 5 or things like that. So we have lots of different market disrupting products for weight management. And in particular, I really do love getting people started on a package. This means that you're just going to get way more supported. And it really comes down to every single piece in this picture here works synergistically together. You can buy them individually and have some results, but when you do them as a complete package and you follow the program, you will see such a difference in your overall well-being. You know, you are what you eat, but you're also what you absorb. And so everything in here has a high absorption rate and really helps to work on everything from your gut health to your metabolism support to your stress management, the hormones, all of the things. And so as a nutritionist and a weight management specialist, I know that it's not just calories in, calories out, that there are so many other things that you have to focus on. And this system really does give you a little bit of it all. So we'll kind of break it down each piece here so that you can see what you're going to get.
Okay. The perfect meal, when you talk about, here's what we have found as far as people wanted out to eat and everything else. On a national average, people are spending between $8 to $10 per meal going out to lunch. With Isagenix, we have found that it's around approximately $4 per meal. So you can actually already see the savings. And we also have our isoline shake that has 24 grams of carbs, 24 grams of protein, and it's New Zealand protein that is whey from New Zealand. And we also have plant-based options as well for people that want that option as well.
Well, and Noah and I are out here in California, and we always laugh about like $8 to $10 for lunch. Ha! Are you kidding? Have you ever been to LA? Come on down to Orange County, and we'll show you a good time. $8 to $10, whatever. So some of the other things that makes us special is that we've been intermittent fasting for over 20 years. And this is a buzzword that came about, a couple of years ago. And people do this intermittent fasting with just water, or they'll do like a juice cleanse or things like that. Ours is a little bit different because we work with different botanicals and antioxidants that's in our Cleanse for Life product. And you actually get to eat and drink during your cleanse. So we're putting your body into that ketosis to basically use your own cells for energy. It's called autophagy. And you are eating your cells for energy. It's really interesting. The science behind it always gets me really excited because the nurse in me comes out. But you get to have snack bites that are fiber filled and they're dense, and you actually feel good. You may only have a few moments of a little bit of hunger here and there, but the more that you do it, the more that it becomes very natural. And think about how exciting it is that next morning to go and have your shake to break that fast. And then you get to have that sense of accomplishment. I did it. I was so terrified to cleanse because I'd never gone more than like 5 hours from eating. And so they wanted me to cleanse for 24 hours. Well, now I'm a pro at doing the 2-day cleanses. Like, we don't recommend anything more than that, but you almost feel like I could maybe do another day because your body is just on a roll.
This is a product that I absolutely love, especially moms love it because I like to refer to this as our mommy wake up juice.
Yes.
It's you know, especially with moms that have kids and everything else, stress, everything else. This is our product, our adaptogens that help moms, deal with stress. But anybody that's dealing with stress, this is a great product. What's in it to help you deal with those daily stressors that you have.
It lowers that cortisol, which, we've heard about cortisol for so long. And so I'm a big fan of our adaptogens here. I'm also a big fan of our collagen. And this isn't just about, those little fine wrinkles and lines and stuff on our face and things like that. This is about your overall well-being in your body as a whole, because as we age, we lose collagen at a rapid rate, some people faster than others. And collagen is what supports your joints and supports your organs. It's literally everywhere in your body. So our pictures here are mostly people's faces because that is something that we can compare. And the results are astounding. I mean, people are seeing so much more throughout their bodies. Their heels aren't cracked as much, their elbows feel smoother. There's different parts of your entire well-being, like your gut lining and stuff, that improves. So I really do feel like our collagen is an overall amazing product here. And this is just a few of our products. We're not going to go into depth of too many more things here, but there's so much that we'd love to be able to share with you.
Okay, this is a picture that I just absolutely love. When we can actually show you real results that are actually guaranteed, a system that works as long as you stick through the program. It works. Whether you want to lose 20 pounds to 100 pounds, we have a system that works for you.
And we have a wall of 100-pound club of people that have lost over 100 pounds and they've kept it off. So when you have clinically proven results and products that deliver results people are looking for and can be consumed daily, wouldn't that be a solid way to create wealth? This is a great question, because when you look at other companies that have similar, referral bonuses and things like that, what if we go into this recession even deeper? Like, people still need to eat. People still need these things to help with their bodies. And when you look at the rising costs of medical expenses and things like that, wouldn't you want to focus on prevention of needing more medications in the future? We don't claim to cure, treat, prevent any diseases or illness processes, but what you put in your body matters. And so I know that this is all good, solid nutrition that is going to put a little jingle in my pocket as well.
traditional business model, especially Sadie knows this as well as I do very well. It's a traditional model with being a retired fitness trainer. I had gym space that I had to rent space out of, office space, equipment, full inventory, payroll, marketing, and corporation fees. With social selling, you need all that is taken care of on our side. So the ability to work from anywhere from home, we can. In fact, Sadie went on a trip a couple months ago. She was on a cruise, and she was able to still work her business while she was on her cruise. Time and flexibility, part time, no coordinated, no payroll and overhead, and that's really what we're talking about: is social selling, when you can actually just do everything right from your phone.
It's simple, I don't like to say like, oh, everything's easy, but it's very simple. And we really do provide everything that you need in a nice systematic approach. So if you've ever read the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, you've heard of Robert Kiyosaki. So the number of days that you can survive without physically working and still maintain your standard of living is what wealth is. And so if you lost your job right now, how much money do you have in the bank that can last for a month, a year? How long would you be able to go? And so wealth is being able to, last for more than 3 months, according to this. And so think about that opportunity to make money while you sleep. So when you leverage a team of people where I may need time to take off because I lose a family member, or I'm moving across the country, or things like that, my team is still working and they're still sharing this. And so we all benefit from that, so that when I come back and I start at it again, they're benefiting, I'm benefiting, we all work together. It's like building a team of people that you actually enjoy spending time with.
Okay, this is our cycle pay system, very simple and organized. The way this really works is that you have you have you, and then you have a left and right team. The goal is obviously cycle. Your first cycle would be roughly about $54. So if you look at your left team at six. Why don't you take over on this, Sadie? This is
So this is one of those pieces of our puzzle that is something that you'll kind of study a little bit, and you want to understand that, like, you have two different banks here. We've got your left bank and your right bank. Every time somebody orders in that left or right bank, they get assigned something called business volume, that BV you see right there. And when it adds up to 600 BV on one side and 300 BV on the other side, you get that $54. Now, it may not seem like much in the beginning, but you can cycle up to 250 times in a week, which is $13,500. And so that is when you can max out your leg. Now, getting into all the details right now and trying to figure out, how do I do that? It's just one piece of the puzzle that works while you are doing all of the other pieces of puzzles. So this is like a background thing, but we share it because it can help you dream and think about all of these cycles. So rolling into our next slide here. This is a slide that I'm showing you the end result here. I can actually click through and you see all these different colors come about, but I like to show it in a full version here, because when you sign up yourself and sign up 2 friends, you never know who's going to come in on this system underneath them. You could bring in somebody who is so passionate, working in the space where this just makes sense for them, and they just absolutely love these products, and they could bring in 100 people underneath them. So it's so easy to get that business volume on the left and right here. So you can see this cycle payout. You might be on the top, and all of those different colors are people that see the vision. They watch this opportunity call. They learn how they can do this from their phone, do that social selling. And you may have somebody that comes in and orders once and never does again, and that's totally fine. They may come back in 6 years and say, hey, I want to look at that again because I wasn't really paying attention back then. I had a lot going on. It's still there. It's a nice little insurance just in case you need it. But some people really do get that vision right away. So why don't you talk about some of the other ways here that we can support this?
We have a leverage system that's built as pictures, vision, and so 1, 2, 3 system overview. Money right away, we get paid once a week through our system, the big picture through ADC, ACMDE, big picture and community and partnership. That's how our leverage system works.
Exactly. So every time you bring in a new partner, you get 20% commission right up front. So we have it broken down here. If somebody buys a $250 system at 20%, that's $50 in your pocket. If somebody does 200 and then 100, $60 in your pocket. If you have 3 different orders and they're all smaller, you can do the math here. It's pretty simple. I'm not a math person, but I can figure out 20% because my dad taught me how to tip people when I was a kid. And I always go back to the way that he showed me. I don't know how they're showing people in kids' elementary schools these days, but I carried my decimal point and all of those things. So this is something that if you didn't focus on that cycle money that we talked about, because maybe it was a little bit confusing in the beginning, and you only focused on the 20% upfront commissions, this is that kind of upfront sexy cash, right? This is like how you can do a lot right away. If you have a group of friends that you are in a, running group with, or a book club, or, your coworkers and stuff, you could easily make this bottom number here of 300 just by sharing with 5 people. And if one of those people catches the vision, every time that they share, it starts adding up into those cycles. And so he mentioned earlier the ACMDE. This slide kind of breaks that down. So why don't you talk about like our ranking system?
Okay, ranking system. So you have myself, and you refer one person. I know that doesn't sound a whole lot, but you're actually referring over. You get $50 from Mary. Then you refer over David. Got a package of 250. That's $100. That's about $75 for you. Now you look at customer A. Mary referred over another customer, and then David referred over. So that's going to be $200 just for your whole circle group. So now you're looking at the first order would be about 250 as a Crystal Manager bonus.
Yeah. So as you work your way up, the more people that you share this with and the more that they share with people, you get a bonus every time you rank advanced. So you start as an associate, work on to consultant, manager, director, and executive. And once you're at that executive, you get 6% match on every order. Like the bonuses just start rolling and rolling. And so there's a lot of benefit to really work on getting to executive as soon as you can. And, we've talked a lot about some of the items on the slide. The reason why to partner with us specifically is that we really listen to the data and what people really want out there. So you don't need any sort of employees, inventory, things like that. There's no degree needed. You can work from anywhere. There's no cap on income earning potential, time flexibility. You could do this in the pockets of your busy day. You could do this weeknights, weekends, whatever works for you. We really have a personal growth and development culture here, along with a lot of community support. We do so much fun stuff together. And then, of course, like lifelong friendships. There's so much that we pack in here that just makes you feel really the best you can. So what do we have to do to get started, Noah?
When we get started, set up as a preferred customer, rewards, and order your personalized system. 2, when you're ready, you don't have to do that right away. You can actually quickly upgrade to an associate and receive your first virtual office and plug into leverage system. It's very easy 1, 2, 3 system steps.
Yes, I love it. So this is an updated picture here of 3 of our different packages options. Now this is just a couple of choices here, but really when you look at our good 30-day reset, this is about $11 a day. And when we go back to looking at how the national average is between $8 and $10 per meal, this is 2 meals included. And so you're saving money. Now, when you're buying your package up front in the beginning of the month, you will be buying less out to eat, you will be buying less at the grocery store, things like that. So sometimes it can take a month or two to kind of get used to that system. But I really recommend that people get started on one of these systems and do it back to back for a couple months and really follow it through. If you do get our value pack down here, which is $20 a day, you're going to have so much stuff in here, but everything is meant to be used within 30 days. You might have a couple things that last and spill over if you didn't use it all the way through, but it really is a good supported way to feel like you've got everything you need, energy, sleep, all of the above. And so I really do love to share with people that value pack if that's something that they can jump into and invest in today.
And welcome to the team. This is what you're looking at. This is just our team. Sadie's there in the far left, and then her husband is in the right. Sadie really enjoys that picture.
Yeah. This always cracks me up because if you really look at everybody's faces, there's a lot of character in this photo. And some people look like they should be in a magazine and other people look like they don't even know what they're doing there. So it's just a nice way to share, some of the people that are in our team and the type of people we bring in, all different shapes and sizes and backgrounds. So you don't have to do the whole staircase. Oh, go ahead.
This is actually one of my favorite slides because you don't have to take the whole step. You take it one step at a time.
Yeah.
It really talks about, you don't have to become an executive right away or business builder. You just try the products and enjoy them. And then if you see the vision, then you can start referring your friends and family.
Yeah, it really is a way to really sit back and think on this a little bit. And now you may, have a lot of additional questions at this point. And I just really suggest that you go back to whoever sent you this video and start asking those questions, even if they're hard questions. If you've had experiences in the past and you're just unsure, or if you're not sure about the subscription, or like there's different things like, is this something I have to do for the rest of my life? What if I don't want to share? Like there's all kinds of things that you can ask whoever invited you to this, and they will be more than happy to help you navigate the system. We are just two people that are sharing this and have had great success, but there are hundreds of thousands of more people that have been part of this company for the last 20 plus years. I think today is actually our birthday, isn't it? Isn't March 20th Isagenic's birthday?
I believe so.
Yay. So go out and have a birthday cake shake to celebrate.
Had one for breakfast.
Yeah, they actually have real sprinkles in it. It's really, really delicious. So thank you again for joining us here. I'm going to go ahead and stop the share here and stop our live video on Facebook. And thanks for joining me.